I'm gonna jump right into the reading passage, and we're gonna ask some vocabularies from the passage, and we're gonna hear some question answers too. So at first the question is, একটা প্রশ্ন ছিল রোবটের একটা ডেফিনেশন দেওয়া ছিল। So can anyone tell what is a robot?
Yes, sir.
Sir,
A robot.
robot is an electromechanical machine that is guided by computer program or electronic circuitry.
Okay, so Mr. Shohan, do you agree with that, or do
Yes,
you have
sir.
something to attend?
Yes, sir. It's right actually, but there are some other information also. And this is robot is a mechanical and also a virtual artificial intelligence.
Yes, absolutely.
And
And
this
what are the
is
virtual artificial agents are called? What is the name of virtual artificial agent? What are they called?
it's they call bots.
Bots. Okay. So the next question is, what robot was first used in a play? So when was the play published?
1920.
1920.
1920. So Mr. Swan, what was the name of the play?
The play name was RUR.
RUR. আপনাদের মধ্যে কেউ কি জানেন what is the full meaning of RUR?
Ji sir, jani.
Okay, Ms. Nasreen, share with us.
Rosam's Universal Robot.
Rosam's Universal Robots. Okay, so Mr. Sohan, tell me, do you know what is the name of the writer who wrote this play?
Yes, sir. He was a Czech writer, and his name is Karel Čapek.
Okay, Karel Čapek or Karel Čapek. It depends on the what do they say, pronunciation of Czech people. All right, Ms. Nasrin, can you tell us who actually invented the word robot?
Actually, the word robot inventor was Karel Čapek's brother Joseph Čapek.
Joseph Čapek. All right, thank you. So, Mr. Sohan, can you tell us what is the meaning of roboti or robota from the word, the Latin word?
The roboti means literally or serf labor.
Okay, also hardworking Czech. Okay, so what kind of language is robota or roboti? The general category, what sort of language is that?
Slavic language.
Slavic language.
Slavic.
Yes, because it can be said in many hardworking Czech, drudgery, serf labor, corvée. Okay, so the next question I want to ask is, what is robotics actually? Who's gonna answer that?
The robotics is a branch of engineering and computer science that involves the conception, design, manufacture, and operation of robots.
All right. Is there anything missing, Mr. Sohan?
Actually, sir, it is okay. It's the branch of engineering and the branch of actually technology.
Yes.
Because this technology are mainly using for design, construction, operation, and different application of robots.
Okay.
And it also a computerized system for controlling the robots.
Okay. So it is not only works with the design, construction, operation, or application, but it is also the computer systems which relies on control, sensory feedback, and information processing. All right. So using robots. Okay. So where do the robots replace humans? কোথায় হিউম্যানদেরকে রিপ্লেস করেছে রোবটগুলো?
Since they replaced human in many dangerous tasks, and also some size limitation where human cannot get or cannot touch the easily anything. They are actually the robot are human.
Okay, Miss Nasreen, can you
And
say?
also the bottom of the sea, under the sea.
Okay, can you say, Miss Nasreen, there is a thing that went missing. There is a factor. Mr. Shuan mentioned the robots are performing in dangerous tasks, which humans prefer not to do. But there is another kind of task which is now being done by robots.
So,
What?
sir, I also agree with him, and I also added some information that robots eliminate dangerous jobs for humans because they're capable of working in hazardous environments. They can handle lifting heavy loads, toxic substances, and repetitive tasks.
Okay, yes, repetitive tasks. That's what I was thinking about. Also, apart from doing repetitive and dangerous tasks, there are other sectors the robots are working on, except from the extreme environments. Can you mention some sectors where robots are being used?
Sorry, sir,
Yes,
I
sir.
couldn't find.
Okay, Mr. Swan, can you tell us, apart
Yes,
from the
sir.
dangerous
And,
stuffs like
there are
outer space or bottom of the ocean, what are the other sectors that robots are working on?
so there are many other sections of that are working like many engineering platform like car manufacturing or also robot are using for different kinds of housework, and
Yes.
some robot also used for response on speech and also operations.
Yes, it is also being used for operating medical tools. I've seen that in some videos. All right. So the next question for you all is, okay. So in 2008, which company developed an automated dump truck?
So
Caterpillar Inc.
Caterpillar
Caterpillar
Incorporated.
International.
Is it international or incorporated?
Incorporated.
Most probably because international would be INT dot. This is INC. Okay. So, okay. So by 2014, Caterpillar had a self-driving dump truck. So, uh, what was the prospect or what was the possibilities of the dump truck? In which sector? কোন সেক্টরে এই
The main
ক্যাটারপিলার ডাম্প ট্রাকের
it
পসিবিলিটি
was
ছিল?
in mining section.
মাইনিং
They are
সেক্টর.
mining in different organic items like iron,
All right.
oil.
So there was a mention of a literate or reading robot named Marge. So what can she do?
She actually can she actually can read the newspaper
And
and also find a correct misspeller words.
okay. So is there anything else she can do, Miss Nasreen? Would you like to add something?
And the robot of Marge is learn about banks, and she understand that some restaurants that which place better than others.
Yes. The Marge can literally understand why some restaurants are better places to eat than others. Okay, so now let's talk about Baxter. Why Baxter is different from other industrial robots?
uh, because it can learn, and it it can learn, and
How?
it needs no programming in order to operate.
Okay, Mr. Swan, can you tell us how can Baxter learn?
Picture, picture with the water, work with the picture, and they teach the picture how to complete a task or perform a task by moving hand. and picture memorize all of the information into him.
Okay. And is there any kind of customizable option on Dexter?
Yes, there are some customizable option in picture, like there are some control buttons and also some precision features are added on picture.
Well, I would answer this differently. For precision and features, extra dials, buttons, and controls are available on Baxter's arm. Okay, so there is a concern for robots, right, in the society. So, why robots are
Yes, sir.
blamed? What is the reason? Who can tell?
Sir, actually,
Actually,
robot
sir,
has no emotion and they cannot take decision in emotion. So, uh, so it can be ethical and realistic concern in the future.
Okay, in which fields? There are specific fields mentioned in the passage.
it's a military combat
Yeah, sure. Military combat. And there is a big
and
possibility about which? About what?
the possibilities for unemployment of human.
Well, it is already happening. The unemployment by the
Yes,
hand of robot is already happening, but there is another possibility which of which Viplab questions
autonomy of
have been
potential.
addressed. Yes, the possibilities of robot autonomy. That's what did they say? I was talking about in previous session. Like if the robot can decide, or if the robot gains intelligence, suppose they think like a human, or they think like an entity, and if it decides that the humans are not capable of living in this planet, and if it decides to terminate us like the film Terminator, so that would be a potential, what do they say, field of destruction. It is already been addressed in fiction and maybe a realistic concern in the future. All right, thank you so much. Now, I would like to hear from you one by one about the robots. What did you understand from the passage? I would like to hear a little presentation, so 1 or 2 minutes. So, who would like to go first?
Sir,
Okay,
that I can tell the presentation.
I can present the presentation, or I can come up with the presentation. Okay, so let's hear it from you.
Okay, thank you, sir.
Welcome.
Now I am giving a presentation about robot. Robot is an electromechanical machine that is guided by a computer program or electronic circuitry. Joseph Chapek was the inventor of word robot in 1920. Generally, robots can be autonomous or semi-autonomous. Um, Robots are helping us from archaeological sites to disaster zones. Robots eliminate dangerous jobs for humans because they're capable of working in hazardous environments. In spite of increasing use of robots, there have some ethical and realistic concerns about robots. That's it, sir.
All right, thank you so much, Ms. Nasreen. Now, Mr. Sohan.
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir. I would like to tell something about robots. Actually, robot is a mechanical or virtual artificial agents, usually electromechanical machines which are guided by the computer program and electronic circuitry. And the word robot is a mainly Czech origin, and in 1920, uh, it is invented by a play, which name is given by Joseph Charpy. And also the system or procedure of making the robots in different designs, construction operations. It is the processing is called robotics. And nowadays there are a huge amount of uses of robot in our environment, in our society, or in our different sector. Like robots now used for replaced of human uh, in different hazard work to maintain the medical tools, and also work in a mining sector. And also there are some new functionality are happened in robotics, like a self-driven robotic truck are invented in nowadays. And at the last, the robots is actually a machine, and they have no emotions and
They
other
have no
ethical
emotions.
knowledge.
They have not. They have.
They have no emotions and ethical knowledge, so that's why there are some shortage, or there are some impossible work for the robots. They cannot make it because they need to program it fast, and they after that they can finish the work. So this is the present situation of this robot, but in future it's maybe upgraded, and it is harmful for human, and it also can replace the human by the robots. So that's all from my side.
All right. Thank you so much, Mr. Shohan, for such a detailed and informative presentation. And yes, we have successfully completed the topic. Now, yes, I'm gonna give you the next one, and of course, you have to prepare yourself well for that. খুব ছোট ছোট কিছু আর্টিকেলস পড়ছি, আমরা প্যাসেজ পড়ছি, জাস্ট চোখ বুলিয়ে রাখলে কিন্তু বেশ ভালো রকমের বলার মতো টপিক চলে আসে, রাইট? There are so many topics in there, so many reading passages, এবং এখানে কিন্তু খুব বেশি যে প্যাচ আছে বিষয়টা এমন না, তাই না? দেখা গেল যে খুব বেশি
Yes,
হলে টপিকগুলো টার্মগুলো আমাদের অচেনা, তাই না? ওকে,
this one.
সো নেক্সট দিন আমরা একটা মেরিন অ্যানিমালস নিয়ে পড়বো, যেটা হচ্ছে ডলফিন। ডলফিন কিন্তু, যদিও আমরা ওই দিন জানলাম যে তিমি অনেক বুদ্ধিমান একটা প্রাণী এবং স্তন্যপায়ী প্রাণীদের মধ্যে সবচাইতে বৃহৎ, বাট ডলফিনকে মানুষ কেন পছন্দ করে বলেন তো?
Yes, they are helpful.
ডলফিন পোষ্য, মানে পোষ মানের জন্য।
ডলফিনের কিন্তু বুদ্ধিমত্তা অনেক মারাত্মক লেভেলের বুদ্ধিমত্তা। ডলফিন এমন একটা প্রাণী যে কাইন্ড অফ লাইক সে মানুষকে, তার ট্রেনারদেরকে বোকা বানিয়ে ফেলতে পারে। এবং তাদের খুব একটা ইন্টারেস্টিং ফিচার হচ্ছে ইকোলোকেশন। তারা হচ্ছে জাস্ট হচ্ছে আওয়াজ দিয়ে ওরা বুঝে নেয় যে কে কোথায় আছে, কোথায় কি আছে, এবং তাদের হচ্ছে যে নাক, সেটা খুব সেন্সিটিভ। সো এটা আমরা একটু পড়বো, এবং এদেরকে নিয়ে খুব সুন্দর বেশ টপিকস আছে, ডলফিনস নিয়ে আছে, ডলফিন সামাজিক কেমন, তারপর হচ্ছে তার ডলফিন রাতেও ঘুমায় কিনা, খুব ইন্টারেস্টিং সব তথ্য আছে, আপনারা একটু পড়বেন। সো ফুলি উইল গেট অ্যান ইন্টারেস্টিং থিং। So thank you so much for being here today. I'll be seeing you in the next session. Take a look at that and have a great time. Good night everyone. ভালো থাকবেন সবাই। আল্লাহ হাফেজ।
Sir, assalamu
স্যার,
alaikum.
আসসালামু আলাইকুম।